Hi guys, it's Danny Boy here. You may notice that the scenery is a little bit different. You might have seen this room before. It's just a little box room in the house. I use it as an office, do my invoices and that in here, and use it for a little bit of gaming, but I'll save that for another time. So on the week then, it's just been a normal week, going out on the contract every day. I've used the CX in between, pick up the odd job in the morning, or I even got a Batload coming back on one of the days, which is good. It sorts your fuel out for the day. I've just noticed on camera my nose and face is a bit red. You'll have to excuse that. I think I've caught a bit of the sun today. So yeah, the last catch-up video, I know it's got a few comments on there, so I thought I'd just go through them in this video, because I know one of you guys was asking some questions, so it's easier for me to answer them in a video. I've got my phone here, so I'll have a look what we got. Steve Bradley thanks me. He's just put, "Hey buddy, good lad." And then so we've got Lewis Gates. He's put, "Good to see you back. Take it that's you on Twitter." Yes, that is me on Twitter, mate. Anyone who has Twitter, I'll put a link up for you. So Lewis Gates has been thinking of taking on a small van through the CX. Any useful beginner tips? So, because I'd prior read this comment, I just noted down a few tips for you, Lewis. I hope they can help. This is just my tips, doesn't mean the gospel. So, first thing you want to do is have a plan. I'm assuming you've got a plan anyway, if you've been thinking about it, because these sort of things play on your mind. You'll be driving around thinking, right, this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with this. So yeah, get yourself a plan in place. Don't just jump into it blindly, because it can go horribly wrong. You could end up bankrupting yourself, whatever. So one of the first things you want to do is you want to register on Companies House. Make sure you choose a name that nobody else has got, so Google your name first. For instance, I could be Danny Powell Limited or whatever. And also you could do with getting an accountant. If not, you could always do your accounting at the end of each year. Some people do their own accounting, save up all the receipts and stuff, and then pay like a one-off accounting bill. Or some people just do their own accounts and submit them to the taxman. I use an accountant personally, it's easier for me. So again, another thing you need to do is figure out your budget. So going into it then, if you're going to start your own little courier business or an owner driver, you need to know what budget you've got. So even if this requires you to stick out the job you've got until you can save the money that you need, it'll be a lot easier for you if you've got some money set aside for what you want to do. And I know money doesn't grow on trees, but you definitely want to come into it with something. So you need to decide on a van then. So I've heard other people on videos talking about vans, whether to get a new one or an old one. To be fair, some people give good points about new ones, and then some people give good points about the old ones. Personally, for me, I started off with an old one. I kind of fell into this business by accident. So I had an old crappy Vauxhall Astra, a little grey rat little van, and I was just using it to get to work and back because I was on the trucks at the time. I tried out the CX, I didn't really know what it was, and started getting little jobs in the van, and then landed a contract through it. Still didn't really understand what I was doing. I didn't even really understand what I had in my hands when I landed the contract. But yeah, I've been doing that contract for a long time now. But yeah, so I started out with a crapper van, and then as I started doing more and more work, the van kind of paid for itself because it cost me next to nothing anyway. It was like one of them vans you get for a couple £100. Then I jumped up to a nicer van. I think I had a Mercedes Citan. Had that for a year and a bit. That had a bump and a scrape, a bit of an accident. So then I got another van. I was running two vans at a time. I had a little car-derived van, which was like a Corsa van, doing the run, and then like a Citroen Berlingo size van, going out doing other things. But yeah, now I'm down back to one van again, and it's just a Citroen Berlingo, and it does the job for me. Sometimes I wish I had a bigger van for the bigger work, for more opportunities. I'm working on getting my O licence at the minute, so I'm just going to stick in my little van. It gets enough work and I'm happy with it. So yeah, anyway, back to these tips. So yeah, you choose whether you want to get a new van or an old van. I started in an old van. You can work your way up, but if you want peace of mind, maybe get a new van. Also, what I'll mention as well, if you're going to get your new van on lease or finance, you want to deduct that out of your budget monthly. Next thing you need to do is find a source of work or a source of income. So if that means sourcing work from the local industrial estates, going around handing cards out, looking for kind of regular shippers who are going to give you work. You can use the CX, but it's not magic. It's not going to do everything for you. There's other things similar to the CX, same day courier network. I think there's something called like Batload something. You can use various different apps to help you out, but at the end of the day you need to put in some work as well and go out and find some people who are going to provide work for you. And then the last thing I'll just say is work hard. So you can't just think, well, I've got this app now which finds me work, or I've spoke to this person. You have to constantly be going to find work every day. You want to be finding work every day, apart from, if you're taking days off. But ideally you want to be trying to do a 5 to 6 day week if you can. If it obviously, depending on what your lifestyle's like. For instance, I do around 4 to 5. At the minute I'm doing 5 to 6, but when I had someone helping me out I was doing 4 to 5 days. But yeah, I hope that helps you out anyway with tips, Lewis. Sorry if I droned on a bit there. And Lewis has wrote something else as well. Been looking at the CX for a while now, but understand the competition is fierce. The competition was fierce in the heat of the lockdown. It seems to be easing up a bit now. It seems to be, the other night there was loads of jobs being posted, and then I even had a shipper that I speak to telling me that he couldn't find anyone because everyone was busy. He couldn't find a driver to do what he needed to do. But yeah, like I say, I'm not advertising it as an amazing thing for you to join, but I use it. I had a long time without using it as well though, and I was still working fine. So I've got a comment from Gold Member. How you doing, Gold Member? I've been watching your videos. It's put, thanks pal, good video, always good to see a like from me. Haha. If you haven't seen Gold Member's channel, I'll put a link up. He's a funny guy, you want to go and check him out. Oh, and he's asked me what van I'm in. Gold Member, I'm in a Citroen Berlingo. Decent little van. And Jason Burke says, good to see you back. And the beard has gone. Yep. Yeah, I've took the beard off. It was getting a bit hot for me. And yep, thanks for that, Jason. Jason's always commented on my videos from the beginning, so he's a good lad, Jason is. But yeah, that's most of the comments. So yeah, one thing I'm going to be doing in my next video is showing you a before and after of my van that I've got at the minute. Like I said, the little Citroen Berlingo. It currently has a vinyl kind of matte black wrap on it. I bought it that way, and it's been looking a little bit worse for wear lately, so I've attempted to unwrap the van myself. I've been putting the hours in. It's a bit timely. I've just been using hot kettle water, peeling the wrap back. So far I've done the bonnet, the front bumper and a bit of the side. It's white underneath, so I can't wait to see it when it's done. I'll put some before pictures on and some after pictures, because I know it can be quite satisfying sometimes to see a before and after of a van, especially if it looked like crap before. So yeah, and I just wanted to mention I'm going to be doing a different kind of vlog in the next couple of days. So it's going to be something that I've not done before. You want to watch out for it. It's, I could say, like a surprise, but I'll just say it's worth a watch. So check that out. Obviously if you're subscribed you'll see it come up, but yeah, like I say, that's going to be something a bit different to what I usually do. And I think that's about it. yeah, that's all I've got on my little notes anyway. So just remember, guys, if the wheels are turning, you're earning.